So I think we've kind of covered the business and kind of how you got started and your kind of journey and stuff. 2020 has obviously been quite a big year for HR, if you want to put it that way. Do you think it's almost the year that HR has kind of proven its value? Does that make sense?
I hope so. I hope it's not forgotten. I hope people realise that, from 5:30 on a Friday night to anything up to 12:30, legislation's coming in. I've never watched the news and live conferences and, read so much legislation in all my life. We've literally been working all weekend. When this first hit, my team were working 12-hour days. I really do hope we're up there with the other professions, because up until now, it's just that function you have to have, but we'd rather do without. HR can be really transformational for your business if you get the right partner and you do it right, whether that be in-house, external, via a consultant. I genuinely hope, and the feedback we're getting from our clients at the moment actually is that we've certainly added value. There's comments on LinkedIn where clients have tagged on to other sort of videos and things that I've been involved with, and they're saying they've seen us through this. I just hope people remember that, because we've worked exceptionally hard. It's been exciting. It's been interesting. It's probably been the most exciting part of HR in all the time I've been in it. Not necessarily for the right reasons, because I realise it's had a big impact on lots of people for lots of things, and mental health is a big issue that we've touched on and we've done some training with. We lost quite a bit of training at the outset of this because people wanted it up front. But then others have gone ahead and done it online because it's been appropriate with what we've done, such as resistance training, mental health and things like that. So it's really allowed us to shine and to show what we can do. And I genuinely hope it is remembered, and I hope we can keep being the leading edge and keep offering these extra services to people, so that they can continue to value what we do for them.
In one of my former jobs, the company didn't have any staff employment contracts, and it was just bringing it all in from scratch, but doing it in a way that it was there to protect the staff. And it was just, but it's for me, it's how you run, or you should run things properly. But actually that comes down to my skill set. So even before, when you were saying about the, your value versus someone else, if you want to hire someone else who has a different approach, hire them. I will always be I always do the right thing by the business owner, but ironically, it's not always what the business owner wants. So likewise, if the company that we spoke about before the call started, one of the best things that you can do with them or anyone is actually to empower the staff. It's to listen to them. Okay. What challenges do they have? What gets in your way? How can we help fix it? And if you can help take all of your staff from a 6 out of 10 to a 7 or an 8, just by removing headaches or things that don't work or whatever, which I would argue put as good management in HR, you can have massive impacts on your bottom line and profitability, because actually people are happier, they feel developed, they feel like they're on some sort of process. And actually, all of those things are super valuable. But even just on a pure, brass tacks, nuts and bolts kind of thing, if you get employment law wrong, it can cost you a fortune. So if that's the only thing that a business owner cares about, it's still worth investing in, even if you don't care about the staff. It's important. There's multiple benefits to doing it properly or outsourcing it that I have learned and seen firsthand, but actually almost especially so, I guess, over the past 4 or so months, and truth be told, the next 4 months. And I'll say it so you don't have to, so I'm not putting words in your mouth. But actually, I can see that there might be a number of redundancies, but just generally across the board. I just wanted to throw that out there. So just before we came on the call, there was a speech by Boris, and he was talking about how the government's going to invest. I think it was build, build, build was his tagline. They love their 3-word tagline. But what he's trying to do from a human psychology point of view is to give people confidence, because it's a well-known fact that recessions happen because of confidence, not actually because of anything else. So almost the more confidence we can give people in the future, be that as people who are looking for jobs to find the next move or for companies to invest and survive, you know, I think it's really important. And I think HR has kind of shone this year, you know, in the same way that our NHS has, and even like delivery drivers and stuff. And my hope is that, you know, it kind of continues and moves forward and that kind of thing.